computer, and we are recording. So first off, do you know, Justine, is there more that you have coming on?
I think my three coaches that said they were going to be here for sure here.
So. Okay, and then Jen's on. Jennifer, I'll call you Jennifer because there's two Jens going on here. Cool. So yes, Justine and I are success partners, and we thought, why not team up for some team calls? Just until we get the big team.
We need to go outside.
Showing up. But so we're going to try to do that. Maybe remember, try to get forces together to do a challenge group together, because you know what, it totally helps when you've got another gal to kind of talk with and feed off of each other, and to share these calls too, because I have the horrible lighting right now. Hang on a second. I'm gonna be in the dark. There we go. I'll just put this light on. Okay, so oh my god, there, that's better. Okay, so what we're going to talk about tonight is jab books. Now I'm sure you guys have all kind of heard about that, or I'm not sure if I've got my book here. No, I had my book sitting out, but it's a book by Gary Vaynerchuk. And I'd recommend, if you haven't, I know probably you have a list of personal development books to go through, but we are here to make it simplified. But if you really want to delve into it more, for sure, get the book and message myself or your coach or Justine or whoever is on here if you want the name of it and you want to delve more into it. But honestly, guys, YouTube or Google. Like, I was kind of watching a few things beforehand. There's a ton of information that you guys can find. So Justine and I are going to break it up, and she's going to talk about the jabs first. I have a little bit I want to say beforehand. As what we are, we're CEOs of our business, right? Okay, so we want to make sure that we're putting out good content out there for followers, and we also need to, in our post, what we're putting out there is to know what is possible with this business and to know what we actually do. If people don't know they just think we're working out every day and they don't know we're a coach, I can guarantee it, because it's happened to me, that say you're messaging somebody and just talking with them and nothing has been brought up about what you do, and then they message you and say, oh, I'm so excited, I just bought 21 Day Fix off of Amazon, or they go to Team Beachbody, so they're gone to somebody else. And meanwhile, you're thinking, well, what the heck? I've been chatting with them, trying to create that know, like, and trust. But you've never really shown in your posts or said that you're a coach and what you do. Chances are, and you guys know too, people scroll. So it's a visual social media world. It's like a magazine. People like to see things, but then they also like to be able to relate. So the other thing with the posting, and I know I was there, I started out, a lot of people have these real icky, yucky feelings about what we do, like this MLM, it's a pyramid scheme, whatever. You know what, though, guys? It is not. It's totally not. What we're doing here, guys, is we're sharing your life. I have notes or I'd go off on a tangent, so I keep looking down here. We're just sharing our life, and you know what we're doing? Just think about it for a second. We're just making ourselves a better person with personal development and fitness and nutrition. And why is that icky? That is not icky. We should be proud of what we're doing. You guys have all had amazing transformations, and you just feel better through the personal development, through the fitness, through the Shakeology. So, you're giving yourself out there to help others is pretty awesome, okay? So we need to learn to share the right way, okay? Justine's going to start off first with the jabs, and she's going to talk more about that. And then she'll throw it to me, and I'll talk about the hooks. So take it away, Justine.
As I was just taking a picture of our screen here, because that can be a post right there. That can be a jab about what you're doing tonight, getting together with a great group of girls, we're all over North America right now. Some of us are local to each other, but some of us are hours apart. So if you haven't done a post tonight, just do what I did. Take a picture of this screen and make a little post about it when we're done.
Yes.
Or
we'll do one at the end where we're all smiling, okay?
I don't know what everyone was looking like when I took. So with our jabs that we're doing, we should be doing them every day for sure, because those are your posts that are just going to be sharing your journey. It's just a glimpse into what you do as a coach, what you're doing on your fitness journey. And it's not inviting, it's just sharing. So there's 3 questions that you can ask yourself before you do a post. Is it inspiring? Is it informative? And is it entertaining? So entertaining, that can be anything. Like, everyone should have like a list of 5 things that are of interest to you. Everyone's is going to be different, so you can go through and do that for yourself. If you have a hobby, obviously health and fitness is going to be a few of them. But if you have kids, if you're postpartum, toddler mom, baseball mom, whatever, like, that's how you're going to connect with people. You're going to find people who are like you. Another thing you need to do is share your shit. That's what we heard at Summit. So whatever's going on in your life, someone is going to connect to that. Someone has been there. Someone's going through it. So just, if you're comfortable with it, share it. You want to be sharing your meals, recipes. Not necessarily, you can post a recipe, but we also want to create curiosity. So post your meal, but then say, does anyone want the recipe? So then if anyone comments or likes, you can then go and message them and give them the recipe. That is a great way of starting a conversation with someone. Share the ingredients that are in Shakeology. Just pick one, look it up on Google, see what the benefits of it are, what it can do for you, and just share that with other people. So macaroon for one, share what it does for you, and then it'll create curiosity with people for that. Share what kind of exercises you are doing, not necessarily that you're doing shift shop. Talk about your agility program that you're doing. Or this weekend I did a post that I did a 15-minute glute workout. And right away, my friend messaged me and was like, oh my God, what workout did you do? I'm like, oh, it worked. Perfect. I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted people to ask me what workout I did. And she's now back on, she was going to the gym paying $50 a month. And she's now back on Beachbody On Demand again. So that was awesome to get her back on that. So just, if you're working a certain type of body part that day, talk about that. Talk about your core, your legs, whatever. If you're doing shift shop, talk about the weights that you're lifting, how it's making your body feel. And where it can be done, because it's all at home. But there is, if you have Beachbody On Demand app on your phone, then you can download the workouts and take it to the gym. So it's not necessarily, yes, we do promote at-home workouts, but if you do have gym goers on your page, you can talk about how, if they're getting bored or don't know what to do at the gym, because like, I've never gone to the gym, but maybe once in college, and I just ran on the treadmill and elliptical. Like, I saw these guys lifting weights and stuff, but I wouldn't have known what to do. If you don't have a personal trainer, I feel like you really don't know what you're doing. So you can talk about how we have these trainers in the videos telling us what to do, and that if you do go to the gym, that they could download the workouts onto their phone and be able to do that there. So everyone should be doing personal development. And one book that everyone should read is Mastering Your Mean Girl. There is all my tabs of things. So if I'm looking for something to post about, I can just take a quote from there and post about it, what it could do for others or what it has done for me. So you can see how all these things that I'm talking about are our vital behaviors. So personal development, inviting, that the inviting part will be with the hooks that Darlene's going to talk about. Recognition, shout out your challengers, non-scale victories, pounds they've lost. If they ask them if they have a transformation, ask them if you can share it. If you have a support group, then it's not going to go all over Facebook. See if they're comfortable with you sharing that. And hopefully that'll get other people interested. So again, it's just these little jabs. Like, you don't want huge paragraphs. You want these bright pictures that are that people are going to stop and look at, like Darlene said. So there are some apps that I wrote down that I haven't tried yet, but people talked about at Summit. Pick, Tap, Go is one app. ViscoCam and Facetune. And I use Photify and I forgot what the other one is. The one that Heidi told me about.
The Avery one?
Yeah, there's one more. I deleted it, but
Photo Wonder?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Photo Wonder, yeah.
There's tons out there, but you just want to have your pictures bright so people will stop and take and look at what you're saying, or at least just like it. We just want them to like our posts. Then we can reach out to them. And because I'll use Bria as a prop. And honestly, I don't think they read anything that I typed, but they just see a baby and like it. But then I can still reach out to them and start a conversation or continue a conversation with them. You want to share about coaching. Even if you haven't made an income yet from coaching, talk about what it's done for you, the accountability. Most of us have probably started coaching because we've been in an accountability group. So just talk about the support you have from that, these calls that we're on, the support of women, because so many people don't have a good group of friends. They have friends they talk to, but like half my friends go out and they just talk about everyone else and not like, we're not talking about other people. We're just trying to better ourselves and help other people. And another thing you can do is talk about who you were before Beachbody, because that's where you're going to connect with people. People that are going to start programs with us aren't where we are now. They are where we are then. So for me, I started Beachbody back when I was postpartum 4 years ago, and I can talk about how I wasn't healthy going back to work. Are you going to sleep? Okay, you need to go.
So we're going back outside, okay?
Are you going to go back outside?
Why don't you go put some shoes on?
So talk about where you were before Beachbody, because that's how people are going to really connect with you. And consistency. It usually takes people 7 to 9 times of seeing your posts before the message actually sinks in. Like, I have some people that I've talked to for a year and just kept that conversation going, kept our relationship going, checked in with them, and it's taken a year for them to finally want to join me. And seeing our jabs every week, and sometimes it won't pop up. Every jab that you do isn't going to pop up in the same person's newsfeed every single time. So don't be afraid that you're going to spam all these people, because they are not seeing your posts every single day. They're going to see, maybe they only see one a week. So that's why you have to be posting at least, I would say, twice a day. If you can only do 1 post a day, make it really good. And also the timing of your posts. So morning, evening are definitely the best time. Lunchtime, if you have people who are working and are going to be scrolling on their lunch breaks, that's a good time as well. But say if you think of a post at 2:00 in the afternoon, write it down, save it in your phone, and then you can post it later, because 2:00 in the afternoon, you're probably not going to get very much interaction on it. So just be aware of the times that you are posting as well. I think that's all I had for my jabs. Actually, wait. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show someone's Facebook.
Hey, go on. That's it.
How do I share screen? Jen, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to bring up your group and show how you have been doing some great jabs. So here's her post from yesterday. Props to my hubby for the awesome early anniversary gift. These wireless headphones are unreal. Now I can get my workout done without waking a sleepy child. There is a jab about doing her at-home workout. Nothing to say what it is, just that she's working out at home. So that should create curiosity with people of, oh, I wonder what she's doing for her workouts at home. This one is about her starting a new challenge group. It doesn't say what they're doing, but it talks about having a transformation in 3 weeks. Who doesn't want a transformation in 3 weeks? And here is a recipe of a clean version of a margarita. When I saw this, I was curious and wanted to make it, so it worked for me. I could keep going. Jen has a lot of jabs, but that is just some examples of, and like they're not long paragraphs. It's just something simple. Her pictures are good. So those are just some examples there. Stop share. Dara, you want to go?
Awesome. Thanks, Justine. No, that was good. Jen, where is she? Those are amazing. Loved it. Short, to the point, but like what Justine was saying, and what's changing now is it's creating the curiosity. You want people to ask a question or to message you. And the other thing with that, not everybody knows Beachbody lingo. We do. We know what, a challenge group is. We know, all the stuff that we talk about. We need to change that up. Like, yes, you can still use challenge group or put fitness a challenge group or online boot camp or, fit for summer, whatever it may be, something like that. So then from the jabs, we need to do the hooks. So just like in boxing, I don't really watch it, but through the book and reading it too, and I've seen it. I've watched Rocky. Come on, everybody's watched Rocky. So, you jab. You got to jab a little bit here and there to kind of get at the competition or whatever. Then you do the right hook. I'm doing the wrong hand here. But anyways, the right hook should not be more than, I'm going to go back here for a minute. I'm going to tell you guys, the hook is your CTA for your business. So what that is you're inviting. And it can be to invite to become a client. It can invite to the coaching sneak peek. It could be inviting to a free group. Okay, that's a call to action. That's a CTA. That's a call to action. That's the hook. A challenge group, a coach, whatever it may be. But you don't want to do a ton of those. So, for example, I think it was at Summit or somewhere we heard it's 20% of your posts. So say you do 2 posts a day times 7 days. That's 14 posts. So theoretically, you should do 3 posts throughout that week that are going to be a call to action. You could do 2. Don't make it a ton. Do more of the jabs to share the value, to share the curiosity, to create, that, well, what is she doing kind of thing, and just sharing yourself. The other thing I had heard was people need the information either heard, seen, whatever, up to 6 times before they're going to say yes to it or going to approach you or, whatever it may be. And like Justine said, they don't have to be long. So I'm going to just say a couple more things, and then I'm going to do some screen shares because I've got some CTAs that I wanted to show you about. So all week you're doing, so say it's 2 or 3 days that you're doing these jabs, like Jen was doing there, talking about her challenge group, whatever it may be. And Justine had touched on it too. Pretty much in the afternoon is a dead zone, like from 1 to 4 o'clock, there's not going to be any action. So you really don't want to plan to do a hook at that time of day. But you got to think about your brand, niche, market, whatever you want to call. Are you talking to stay-at-home moms? Well, what time would they be able to be on the computer, right? Are you talking to full-time working ladies? they wouldn't be on the computer other than first thing in the morning when they're doing the workout, or, you know, lunchtime, or maybe quickly at break. So you got to think of those times when the people that you're talking to are going to be on to do it. And technically, I think an overall for everybody is Sunday nights, you know, whether it's you're putting the kids to bed or whatever. Usually 8:30, 9 o'clock, that's a good time to do it. Mondays are also a good time because you're back in the work groove if moms are working, or if they're stay-at-home moms, whatever it is. Mondays are a good time. And I would say maybe a Wednesday or even a throwback Thursday, just spreading it out kind of thing. So if you're doing 2 posts. Weekends, no, not a real good time other than the Sunday nights. Weekends are just a time to be you guys. Now, I'm not sure if Justine shared the Josh Coates kind of posting schedule with you guys. I shared it with the girls on my team, just to kind of give ideas of when to put the little breadcrumbs about coaching or the call to actions and stuff like that. So I want to, I'm going to share my screen with you guys and to give you guys some examples here. I don't know why that, there. Okay. And I picked like a top coach. I had to do that first, and then I'll delve down. There we go. So this is Angie Bellamar. I can never say her name right, but I scrolled through her page, and there's a lot of jabs, and then, you know, it's that minimal hooks here, and you can go on and check other things. She's talking about the program. She's talking about, you know, you've seen me talking about this, blah, 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 blah. Her CTA or hook is in the middle. She's like, this is your invite. Let's be virtual BFFs. So that's asking. That's the invite out there. But it's just a picture of her, you know, holding her sandbag, whatever it may be. I'll do one of mine really quick. This is one that I did. I got to move this. I can't see it. Last Thursday. So it was Throwback Thursday. And so when we were in New Orleans there, and I just wrote about, you know, could write a massive list of all the things about coaching. So I'm talking about coaching and, you know, what it kind of does for you. You know, it's not easy to find true, real friends that were doing it for you. And I talked about, you know, keeping secrets, pushing you there when you need it, dreaming big too, know exactly what make you tick. You got to talk to that girl that is the old you or was you or that you're trying to speak to, because chances are, somebody's writing on my screen. How's that working? Notice that. Okay. So anyways, so you go down, I keep talking about it and just talking about me, you know, that I'm not the gal, you know, that I used to be or whatever. I got goals and we're going places. And at the end, here's the CTA. Here's the hook. Like I could have just left that post as is, just talking about coaching. That would be the jab, right? The hook is down here. Let's chat. That small gut feeling you have could be your sign. So I'm asking them. I'm inviting them. So it's putting it out there. So, you know, these people that liked it, here's the other thing then. You could message them and say, thanks for the love on my post about coaching. You know, I'm not sure if you're just showing me some love or that you might be interested. Either way, I'd love to chat or just to say thank you. That's a big part of it, is saying thank you, right? So that was one. Ashley had one. And I'm going to tell you girls, don't be afraid to put them on your personal page, right? Because chances are, we talked about Facebook. Chances are not everybody's seeing your stuff. So it's scary as heck, but because Facebook's Facebook, unless they deem it worthy to be in the top of the news feed, maybe half of your friends aren't even going to see it. Like I have, like from my photography days too, I have, where does it say here? I could take that out. I don't know. I have like 2,000 friends or something like that. I guarantee not everybody's seeing it.
Somebody else.
This is Ashley's. Now I'm going to mute. There we go. Ashley, this is on her personal page. I'm proud of her. She, you know, it's just a picture of her in the mirror, but look, she's got, do you see this here too? She's got a thing of her Energize, but she doesn't have it saying Shakeology. She's not kissing the cup. So there's the first curiosity. Okay. So she's at home. Second, she's not in a gym. So she just said it's a great day to have a great day. You know, it's going to be a good day when you wake up. It's Friday. She talked about day 5 of her program and already down 4 pounds. Never feeling like this. Excited for the ladies in my group to start Monday. Not saying anything about challenge. I just need to unmute somebody or mute somebody. Hang on. Sorry. There we go. I'm like a squirrel. Okay. So she just says there's her call to action. There's her hook at the end. Drop me a message or comment. So it can be short. See how short that was? It's just basically giving the curiosity in the post as well as in the picture. And she's got the lighting down stuff. And my girl crush, Raina, because just I like her. The girl is going through, this was from June, and she had her colon taken out and had a bag and et cetera, et cetera. So she hasn't been working out since probably December, January in there. But she's posting her before and after pics still. So right here, this is her call to action. This is her hook. She doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of hooks on her page. She'll do the jabs and sharing about herself. People want to know you. You don't need to sell Beachbody products, okay? So this is basically, she's given a little bit of info, about her journey. And then here's the hook. I'm looking for women only. And she says what exactly she wants. Drop your email below and I'll get you the details. US, Canada, UK only. There's the CTA. There's the call to action. There's the invite. So I'll stop sharing my screen. I think I can. So yes, that's basically about hooks. And I've looked through some of my coaches as well. I'm just as much to blame. I'm getting better, but you guys are doing great jabs. You need to do the hooks. And I'm not saying every day. It can be twice a week, and that's it. But unless you do the hook about either the group or about the coaching, people don't know what you're doing. And you don't need to make it salesy. Just like I showed you the Ashley one about the group. She just said about her group and her new program. You could say your ramped up program. You could say, Justine did an awesome one there, basically doing, getting a workout in 15 minutes. The one time she had her 20 minutes like that. Just talk about the details of it. Don't mention what it is. You want to create the curiosity. So I think that's it. Oh, and then with the invites like that, the CTAs, the hooks, don't use stock photos, please. Beachbody is amazing at selling their shit. They can sell that. We are sharing and selling ourselves. So yeah, that's probably pretty much what I got. Justine, do you have anything else to add?
Does anyone have any questions?
Anyone? No questions? No, you guys, I've looked at a lot of the pages and stuff, and I think since we've really, either you guys have listened to Shailene, listened to the call last Saturday morning. Michelle went over it, but it was from Summit, the Shailene Johnson seminar at the general sessions we were at, because social media is always evolving. And we don't want, it used to be, what did she call it? It used to be attraction marketing. Now it's about creating the curiosity, okay? So, don't barf Beachbody all over your wall, but you got to do enough jabs to create that curiosity, and then as well do the hooks. You got to have one. You can't have one without the other. So if you guys are, and I'll talk to mine coaches as well, but if you're doing jabs, which you're doing an awesome job of, you got to put the hooks in there. Even if it's once a week, I would suggest twice a week. Do one for the challenge group and then do one for coaching. Because if you are in this for a business or to even make $500 or whatever it may be, pay for your shakes, you got to ask and you got to invite and you got to share what you're doing. And without doing that, people don't know what you're doing, and they can easily go to somebody else. They can, if you say my Shift Shop program, guess what they can do? They can Google it. So they can find somebody else. But you're doing great. Yeah, with the pictures too, just one more, make sure there's good lighting. I had to close this because I got a beautiful sunset, but then I have all these lines on my face. But make the picture eye-popping. Get a filter that you love and keep with it. Stay consistent. Get those jabs out. And if it's 2 or 3 times a day, that's awesome. And then you should do the hooks at least 2 or 3 times a week. So that's all we have for the jabs and the hooks. So maybe we should give homework. I don't know.
Really, I have a question.
Yes.
So as far as I've been looking more into Instagram and trying to get that up and going, and I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and a lot of people are saying that you should be doing, I guess it would be hooks, like every day or every single time you post. Is that kind of what we should be doing, or is that a good idea as far as Instagram? Because I know that's different, like algorithm and everything.
Oh yeah,
as well.
I know. That's a very good question, because Justine, myself, I'm learning more about it, and I'm looking at a lot of YouTube videos myself. I haven't heard that about doing the hook every day. Now, you could do the small hook, like how I had the message me. That's a hook. Like you're calling them out to join you or something. I wouldn't say every day, but hey, there may be some new training on that now that says throw that out. Using the Instagram stories is a way for people to get to know you behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed Michelle today on her Instagram story, she actually did a call to action and invited right there, did a screen with it on, want to join my next accountability group. And then she progressed to do it, like not live, but the story just saying, join us, and not saying what program, 3 weeks, whatever kind of thing. So that's something we could all work together on, because I really want to kind of maybe go towards Instagram. And if you're familiar with Instagram and want to stick with it, I'd say stick with the one platform, give it a go like you're doing, watch the YouTube videos, because like I said, there could be new stuff that comes out. Shailene Johnson is a good person to follow. Both on Snapchat and her son, Brock Johnson. Go to his podcast. I have it on here.
I can send it to you, Jen.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be good. Thanks.
I'll just let the other girls. It's called Social Media Moneymakers, and that's Brock Johnson, and that's all about like Snapchat and Instagram, and like he doesn't have a ton of episodes out yet, but they're good. So that's my suggestion for you guys if you want to.
Sorry, social media what? I didn't hear the ending.
Sorry, Social Media Moneymakers.
Thank you.
And it's Brock Johnson. And then even Shailene's podcast of probably the Build Your Tribe. I don't know if she has a lot on. What's that?
Wasn't that the one you sent to to Justine? Sorry, is that the one that you sent us for the
Probably
Team Cup thing? Okay, sorry, sorry.
No, all good. Okay, well, let's get out there and do those hooks and jabs. And
did everyone get a picture of this?
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay.
Screenshot picture.
Okay, ready? Everybody smile. Oh, wait. We got somebody on the move.
Now we'll all be watching for all your posts.
Yes, and we'll see what you're using with the screenshot. Perfect. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop recording.